Hello, friends, and welcome to the Off the Record podcast. In this conversation today, I am speaking with Chrispy, a Denver based DJ and a dear friend. In the convo, we talk a little bit about who some of his biggest inspirations are, some of the challenges of being a local DJ, as well as if aliens ever came to Earth, the one concert that Chris would take them to. I had a lot of fun doing this conversation, and I want to thank Chris for being the very first off the record guest ever. I hope you guys enjoy. What was better, the Dom Dalla concert you went to last week or that John Summit one?
I don't know. They're different. That was the first time I'd ever seen John Summit.
Okay.
And like we had a great spot, and we only caught like half that set because Max wanted to go to Subtronics, but we can touch on that later. Honestly, I don't know, dude. Both of them are really good. The Dom show was awesome.
Do you consider them like different styles of electronic music, or are they in the same? So here's my thing. Like I like electronic music. I like listening to it, but for me, like it's really hard to tell the difference between like, let's say, like I think I do know when I hear it, like drum and bass and house and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But would you consider like Dom and John Summit, are they in different subcategories of electronic music?
I think they're both technically classified under like tech house. Tech house is like kind of, I mean, like Chris Lake, Fisher,
it's probably like the biggest artists are probably in tech house.
Yeah. If you're not like an EDM fan or like don't know a bunch about house music, you know the popular songs, they're probably tech house, if I had to say that. But I'd say they're very similar. They have a duo together called Everything Always, which like they'll do
Summit and Dalla do?
Yeah,
really?
They'll
I
do
didn't know that.
they'll do sets together. They headlined Ultra a month ago or whatever, whenever Ultra was. And dude, their set was unreal. It's like, I mean, they're probably the two most like popular producers in the game right now.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Yeah.
I feel like the biggest thing that carries them is their live performances, right?
Yeah. I mean,
I know for you, like you listen to the studio stuff too, but like when you see them live, I feel like it's just like on a whole nother level.
I know, dude. It's so cool. And like, I was talking to someone about this the other day, but Summit he'll do shows where like it's very commercialized and like he's playing all of his hits and he's playing his very like mainstream stuff.
Sure.
And like that's great. I think he's an amazing producer. I think that he's awesome. Like those shows are still fun to watch. But they're like very, you can tell they're planned. All the visuals are for the songs. You can tell like it's very vanilla, I would explain it as.
Okay.
It's still good, but it's very vanilla. But then Summit will do these, he does his like experts only show, or he just did like a fucking 8-hour long set at Space, which it's just chef's kiss. Dude.
Yeah, okay.
But I can tell that he didn't plan his mix. He doesn't have any visuals lined up to the song, so I know he's not really like waiting for cues and stuff. It's not, which I
feels more like organic.
Yeah. Which I personally think that's the cool thing about DJing. Like, I think walking up there, you know, for John Summit to do an 8-hour set at Space, or like all these DJs to do like sets at Space where I don't think like majority of them aren't planning their set. I think like, you know, everyone says, Clayton, right? Like, oh, DJing's just pressing a button. Like, are they really doing anything up there?
Right.
I think when they're live and they're just going with the flow and picking songs by songs, you know, they don't have them planned out together. I think that is where like a DJ is really doing their best work. Like,
interesting, yeah. It's almost like a jam band in the sense that like they might know what they're gonna do next, but they're almost like free flowing it and like playing it by ear a lot more.
I think that's
a
perfect example, Clayton. It's like, you know, it's by ear. It's like
you can feel it.
I mean, when I play, I will never, I like don't like planning my sets because I almost think it makes me more nervous.
Sure.
To like all this mix is
I have to do it at this time. I have to make this turn at this time.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Which like me and my buddy Jeff, shout out to Tefe, he's a man. Like we've been doing a lot of back-to-back sets and like we won't plan anything. And I think that's the most fun. And like it's cool. Like I'll have songs that I'm like, okay, I think this is starting to get big. Like I think people are starting to get packed in. They're starting to like dance more. Like people are starting to get maybe a little hammered.
Yeah.
You know?
The crowd's like an organism. Like you can feel it getting bigger and bigger. Kinda. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have like songs where I'm like, okay, this one will get the crowd going, like really get the crowd into it. And I'll like do that. And it's fun too, right, man? Because like I will, I'll have those songs and I'll be looking for new song, the next song, and I'll be like, I'm not really sure if this is a vibe. I have no idea if this crowd is gonna like this at all. This is a vibe switch up. I'll find some like obscure song. Well, an example, I found the song from like 1997.
Okay.
From like the SSX3 video game. And I was like,
Great game.
I was like, fuck it, I'm going to play this. I don't really know if it had the best crowd reaction. I mean, I like the song, but like it was kind of just like.
It's experimental almost.
Yeah.
Like you wanted to see how it fit.
Mm-hmm.
I think they talk about that a lot in like comedy. Like, right, you go to like the smaller shows or you test things out before you like try them again. You know what I mean? You have to kind of get a feel for things like that.
Yeah. I actually went to the Comedy Store or the Laugh Factory. I don't even.
Okay.
The one in downtown.
Yeah.
Last night. And I was talking to a buddy. He said he went to like the Comedy Cellar in New York, and he said one of the rooms is just literally comedians trying out jokes.
Interesting.
Which I thought was
like with other comedians or with people, or how does it?
With people, it's like with the crowd. He said that the guy that he saw literally had a notepad and like
jotting like stuff down.
Yeah, he like would say the joke, cross it out, like if he liked it or like I don't know if it would get sound. He said like some jokes were great, some of them were bombs.
But they're very similar, like you were talking about. Like I think you're right. A lot of people when they look at DJs, they're like they press a button, or like you were saying earlier, it's all pre-planned, right? I think it's an injustice to the art, I guess. To shed some clarity on it, when you say it's not, you feel like you're playing your best when it's not pre-planned.
Yeah.
What does that look like, right? Because I know you still have you have a USB with like loaded songs on it. That are you just saying you don't have the mix done, or what does that look like for you?
So when I'm making when I'm planning a DJ set. This is how I do it. I'm sure everyone has different ways of doing it.
Sure.
But I will make a playlist for like the date. I usually come up with a funny name. I think mine last time was Chrispy v. Hefe versus the World or something like that.
Okay, yeah. Love it.
But I'll throw like 30 songs in there. And then I'll be like, I think this is like the vibe I want to go for. And then I have other playlists with like techno in them. I have playlists with like dubstep in them. I have playlists with like Afro house. I have like super disco playlists, and I'll like usually end up starting on the playlist I made for the actual show, and then like I'll just start going all over the place.
Got you.
I mean,
you can like mix and match kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Jeff last time we played literally I started with disco. We went into like some tech house stuff. We played like an Odd Mob song that I felt like got the room going pretty well.
Okay.
Played some Afro house. I've been loving this remix of a Lola's theme song. Do you know what that is?
I don't think so.
I can't remember the name of the artist, but the name of the song is like Lola's theme. It's a Shapeshifters remix. I can't remember who the original made the song. Okay. That was one of the songs where I was like, okay, I think the room's starting to get filled in. Like, let's fucking light this place up, you know?
Sure.
And then so like I'll throw all those into a playlist, and then the way that I'll like get my sets like ready to mix is you can save a loop, like a pre-recorded loop that I'll make on my laptop. Like the loop I'll make. I think when we were doing our show, like I showed you how I would do this kind of, because we had like saved loops for like specific part. I'll save a loop like that, and then I can hit a button on the CDJ. If you don't know what a CDJ is, it's just like one of the pieces of the DJ board.
Right.
I'll hit a button on it and it'll just pop in there. And then what I'm actually doing when I'm mixing is you have to beat match. So like on the screen, there'll be lines with like where the beat is hitting, and it'll show you the BPM. So you'll have to match the beats per minute. And then once I've done that, I'll line up the lines together. When you see DJs have headphones on, they're listening to the other side of the song or the song that they're about to bring in. So I'm listening to the song to make sure it sounds good together. You know,
are they simultaneously listening to the song they're currently playing?
Yeah. So like you're gonna.
Is that hard?
No. There's like buttons like you can hit to like. It's sometimes
it doesn't like cross you up like a little bit when you hear both.
It will, because like when I start setting it up right, I don't really have it perfect.
Sure.
That's so like you kind of have to like hear it out.
Yeah.
But then once you've tested it, you make sure it sounds good. I'll start bringing in the song that I'm playing next. There's like a few like key rules. For example, like I'll always have the low off on like the song I'm about to bring in. The low is like the strong. I think people say it's like the strongest noise out of the three. There's a high, mid, low.
Is it like the bass?
Yeah,
Kinda? Yeah. Okay.
yeah, it's like the bass. And like I don't know. They clash a lot. Like if you have two basses playing at the same time.
Okay.
Mid is like usually like vocal sounds. I feel like are mid. High is like hi hats usually.
Sure.
Like if I think the hi hats sound bad, I'll cut
Turn
the
that
high
down.
more. Yeah, no, it's just like a feel thing for what you're hearing in the headphones while you're bringing it in.
What do you think is the hardest part about being a DJ? Do you think it is that crowd aspect, like playing to them, or what do you think it is if it's not?
I mean, I think the easiest thing about being a DJ is actually DJing.
Okay,
I think the hardest thing is like promotion and everything else. But are you asking like when I'm actually playing, what's the hardest part?
No, just like about like doing it either as a career or a hobby or like a lifestyle. Like, what do you think the hardest thing is? And I actually think no matter what you're doing, the hardest part is the promotion. So that actually is, I think, a very valid answer.
Even for like this podcast, I'm sure like the hardest part is going to be promotion. Like,
how do you get eyes on it?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I have no idea. Like, I just now rebranded my Instagram like a month ago.
Sure.
And I don't know. It's so much like work and effort to like. I mean, social media has just completely changed like the landscape. I think.
Sure.
Even in the past 5 years, I feel like it's. Would you agree? Like past like 4 or 5 years, it's completely changed like music as a whole.
Yeah. I think it's, yes, in a way, it's made it more difficult because you have to put in more legwork. But I also think in a way, it's also made it a little bit easier in the sense that you don't need a record label. You don't need, you don't need necessarily the networking connections that you needed in person. And instead, you can make those online and you can do it yourself. And I think in that sense, if you look at it that way, there are a lot of ways that social media can make it easier. But at the same time, I think it is true. Like just sometimes, like the amount of hours you have to put into the marketing, it just can be such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I wish I could just go up. If I could just have everyone see me play, I feel like I could go famous.
Yeah,
but it's like
I've seen you play. I mean, your shows are fucking electric.
Thank you, man.
They're
I
amazing.
appreciate you saying that. But yeah, dude. I mean,
it's tough. But that's the thing, though. Like, I mean, people that go to your shows, it's only what? I mean, what's the biggest show you've ever played? Like how many people you think?
Bluebird Theater, I opened for Torn Foot. That was probably like 300 people, 400 people.
Okay. So that's a pretty good sized show, right? I mean, just right there, right? You have 300 people, and I bet those 300 people, when they saw you, they're like, shit, this guy's really good. I'd love to see him again. But in the grand scheme of things, you need a lot more than 300 people, right? And that's where like that social media stuff comes in, and it's just like, man, it can just be daunting sometimes because you're right. Like your live shows are so great. It's like people should just be coming and checking you out constantly. But at the same time, it's like, fuck, I need another avenue to get people's eyes, you know?
Yeah. I think that what you were saying about like what it makes it easier too is right. Like, I mean, look at like Disco Lines. He blew up solely off fucking
social media
and
TikTok, really, right?
TikTok. And like, I don't know, it has made it like there's such an easier path. Or like, who's that? The dude from Stranger Things, like a song like,
oh yeah,
blew up on sound or on TikTok.
Yeah, the Chicago song.
That song's fire.
It's a great song. I actually haven't seen Stranger Things, but I know what you're talking about.
Dude, you gotta shout out Steve Harrington. Man.
I know. That's what I hear from everybody. But yeah, I think the thing now is you can go viral so easy. So if you can just find the one thing that makes you viral, I mean, after you still need a lot of hard work and you need to put in a lot of legwork. But same thing. You were talking about Disco Lines, that Taylor Swift song, that remix. Dude, if he doesn't have that remix, are we talking about Disco Lines the same way we're talking about him right now?
I don't think so. And even like there was that remix, right? And then I think his second song that got popular was Baby Girl. And that was another one where he was like, I made this song in 15 minutes at the airport or something.
Sure.
He posted a TikTok and everyone was like,
that's so sick.
Fucking drop this.
Right.
And then he dropped it and that song blows up. Even like, I don't know, even people say like John Summit, Deep End, like that song got popular on TikTok and then that helped him blow up. I also think like it's becoming to a point where it is getting kind of saturated. Like that kind of content is like, when I scroll through my feed, it's like very saturated.
Too much of it.
Yeah. It's like literally every, you'll see a person like, oh, I made this song in 15 minutes on my laptop. Like, people are redoing the exact same thing.
It's like,
their
did
own
you?
song.
Did you? Or did you see the disco lines did that?
Yeah,
Now
dude.
you're saying.
Yeah, this took me 4 hours in
Right.
my room, but it took me 15 minutes
Right.
in the lab.
Exactly.
Yeah, that. And then, dude, the other thing that's been peeving me lately, Clayton, is I'll see people will post like, because like DJs are obviously they'll play like unknown artist songs, like,
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
and like they're half the time they're not even playing their own songs.
Mhm.
And so I'll see like videos of like Fisher or like like playing a huge show, and the DJ will paste their own song over the video, and they'll be like,
Oh, no way.
they'll be like, Fisher rinsing like my new unreleased song, and I'm like, dude, that's clearly like,
Yeah, he's not playing that.
yeah, I'm like, he's not. This like video has 2 likes. You can clearly see like he's not dancing to the beat at all.
Right.
Like the lights aren't lined up to the beat. I'm like, this is a fake video.
Right. I mean, the crazy thing is, do you think people fall for that shit?
I mean, I'm sure some people do.
I mean, dude, like, it's just like the amount of like work you need to put in to do something like that is just like, you could just be putting that work into making a song. You know what I mean? Instead of making the social media post. It's, I don't know. I think that's just crazy.
People would like rather put in the like work to fake it than fucking be original.
Right.
I don't even know why they. I mean, like, people are crazy about it. They'll literally try to get it.
Right. No, 100%. Do you think? I guess building off that, kind of an opposite question. What do you think is the biggest factor that makes an electronic artist great? I mean, is it the promotional side, or is it really more technical, having to do with the, and this is DJs, right? It's like the mixing, the producing, stuff like that. What do you think is like if you could distill it down to one thing that all great DJs have, what do you think it is?
I think that's a really hard question to answer, because I think that there's one thing that makes one DJ great might be another thing that makes another DJ great. Like, I kind of like to. The way that I think about it is there's like 2 lanes, right? There's production, and then there's your actual live shows, like your live mixing or live DJing. And I think production, if you make a great song, that's the easiest way to blow up. Like, that's the quickest way to start packing house. But I think the harder way to blow up is playing, like, actually DJing itself.
Interesting.
There's a lot of smaller artists, like this guy named Michael Bibby. I fucking love him so much.
Okay.
He's the absolute dog. He, like, just beat cancer. Super cool story. He like had never really. He has good songs, but he's never been like a huge producer. He's always been more known for his live shows being fucking unreal.
Yeah.
And he's got like he's got maybe like 20 songs out, and some of them are great. But I feel like him, Chase West, Seth Troxler, these are all guys that don't really have their own songs that are huge.
I was about to say, I don't know any of them, and there's probably a reason, because I don't go to a lot of these shows. And
yeah.
So,
yeah. It's like, the big producers, but like these artists will pack out, like they'll pack, like Michael Bibby would pack space just as fat as
Really?
John Summit would, and like when he'll headline like huge festivals, but like you don't know him unless you like know many of his songs, and his songs aren't as mainstream. But yeah, I think that like an it factor, like I think Chris Lake is the best producer of house music of all time. Hot take.
Why? You just like it the best, or is it just simple as that?
I think I like it the best. Also, like, he ghost produces for Fisher.
Interesting. You know that for a fact?
I don't know that for a fact.
I was about to say, this is a hot take.
It's a widely believed thing that Fisher all his songs are made by Chris Lake.
Interesting.
And like,
it's like the Shakespeare theory.
Yeah, I think
that all Shakespeare's were written by somebody else. Okay, yeah.
I think he's ghost produced like other artists as well. But he just like, I don't know, dude. He has such a cool like, it's tech house, but I love his songs so much. I think they're like so creative, and it's like a very organic sound for an unorganic fucking it's noises.
Sure, yeah.
If that makes sense.
He can make it sound beautiful, even though it might be like the craziest sound of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just like,
I've seen him live. He's an amazing live performer, first off. And second off, the few songs I do know that he's produced, they're flipping amazing, right? So he has a good marriage of the two.
And the Yuma, like the piano in the Yuma is fucking unreal. But I think like, sorry, back to our point. We keep jumping around.
Oh, it's good.
But like him as a producer is something that makes him huge and an amazing DJ. He's great live too, obviously, don't get me wrong. But then there's other artists like, like Michael Bibby is, for an example, like we were talking about, is someone who his it factor, like his thing that makes him a great DJ, I think is his live shows.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's cool. And like there's other people too, that might make themselves, like Sammy Vergie.
Mhm.
Sammy Vergie is a UKG artist who's been blowing up as of late. I think that he is obviously unbelievably good at mixing, all of them are, but he has such like an energy when he plays. Like I think that's like his thing is like you go to the show, you see how much fun he's having, you're like, holy fuck, this dude is getting after it. Like,
Yeah.
this is so much fun. I think like his it factor is different than Chris Lake or Michael Bibby's, which I think is just like all artists like have a different brand, have a different place.
Do you try to embody like these people's in kind of your show sometimes, like what you see from them, or do you try to kind of be your own thing?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I definitely like have noticed I'll start doing like the same like moves like before it dropped,
Sure.
like a specific artist or something like that.
Yeah.
I think like the biggest thing for me when I'm playing live is like, I want to have fun. Like I don't like to take it too seriously. I don't want to be like some cool DJ with sunglasses up there. I like we were talking about Sammy Vergie.
Yeah.
Sammy Vergie is jumping the fuck up and down like his whole show and having so much fun.
Yeah.
I think that's way more fun than being some cool guy with like the sunglasses behind the booth, like acting like he's hot shit.
Yeah, you're like doing it for the wrong reasons almost.
Yeah.
Not even that. You're just coming off as like a douche.
Yeah. And I think
Like, do you really love the music, or do you just love what the music gives you?
yeah, it's like, I think those DJs, I'm not going to name any names because I don't want
Okay.
to start
some beef.
Start some beef.
Yeah.
But I think they're in it for like a different reason, and they want to be the main event of the show.
Right.
These DJs that they want all the eyes on them. They want everyone with their phone out. I could just be this might not be true.
Who is the main event if it's not them though?
Because so I think that as like a DJ, it is just as important to be, playing good music. Sorry, let me try to rephrase this.
Oh yeah.
I think you're looked at as the center of attention, but I think that the crowd is just as important as the DJ is. I think like the crowd is a part of the show. If you can't have the crowd like getting after it and getting into it and like being a part of it, it's not going to be a good show. I see these artists. All right, I'm just going to call one of them out. A lot of Kind Music sets. I think they're amazing DJs, but it's turned into this thing where you see videos of their sets. It's no one dancing. They're playing like their most popular song. Nobody's dancing. It's just 100 phones out, like way overcrowded. And I'm like, come on. Like that's not, I don't think that's like
Interesting.
what the scene is about or what music is about as a whole. I mean, like, do you really want to go to a show like where you're just standing there the whole time videotaping, or do you want it to be like?
I hate that. I hate when people post like 1,000 videos on Snapchat. It's like, dude, no one really gives a shit.
Yeah. And then you're there with them at the concert, and they're fucking on their phone the whole time.
Yeah, it's like, are you actually watching what's going on? Are you actually listening? No, it's interesting you say that. I think that's actually beautiful. Like, it's not about you, and that's kind of an ego check for a lot of people. Like, because I feel like when you've made it in the industry, it's almost like I've made it, so I'm hot shit. I'm better than you almost, and it's almost like you have to kind of throw that out the window. And what you just said there, the crowd is more important than the artist.
Yeah.
And once you realize that, it's almost like all of your shows after that are probably going to be on fire because you're focusing on them, right? Who gives a shit what you do up there? Just have fun, right? Focus on the music, right? And that's going to lead to the crowd going crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, like it's kind of like looked down on and like corny to be like a crowd pleaser, but I think you have to be a crowd pleaser.
In this industry? Fuck yeah.
That's the whole point.
Yeah,
of it, right?
otherwise why are you doing this? Yeah, 100%.
I don't know, it's interesting. I was talking about the Kind Music shows that I've been seeing.
Yeah.
Where it's like fucking just a million people videotaping.
And to clarify, you like Kind Music.
I like their sets.
Yeah.
I think they've got great songs.
They just don't play to the crowd as much as you'd like.
I don't even know if it's that. I think that maybe it's just the crowds they've been drawing in. I don't even know if it's
I actually don't know shit about Kind Music. What kind of music is it?
It's Afro House.
Okay.
It's like
It's a little more chill anyway.
Yeah, Kind Music is like 3 different DJs, or maybe 4. 3, I can't remember. It's like Rampa, Adam Port, and me.
Yeah.
I think are the 3.
But wouldn't you say like that style is almost conducive to having a less chaotic crowd.
I
Just
think
'cause
it's
it's
less
more-
chaotic, but like the videos I saw, nobody was dancing at all.
Okay, people are just checked out. almost.
Yeah, like they're the people who blew up Peace Control, or like Ryan, our friend.
Okay.
Because they started playing.
Yeah, because Afro House and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's became. I doubt they did this on purpose. I think that their shows have become less about going for the shows and more about going to say that you went to a Kind Music show. You know, they have like they like throw all these like cool parties, and like have played at these, like they played in front of the pyramids and like all these cool, unbelievable venues. And like it's just very like hipster and cool to like go to their shows. And I think it's become like, the metaphor I was using was, it's like wearing a Louis Vuitton shirt or like a Rolex watch. Like
Sure.
I don't really give a fuck about, I can check the time on my phone, you know. I don't really give a shit. Oh God, I really need
Right.
this Rolex to check the time.
It gives you status.
It gives you status.
Right.
Like it's
It's a clout chasing mechanism. It's
Yeah.
like going to Wimbledon. Like, you don't give a shit about
Yeah.
Wimbledon. A lot of people do, but you know, a lot of people I think go just to say they win.
yeah, or like the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
people just love betting. Maybe that's why I go to the Kentucky Derby.
Right. Yeah, there's a whole nother thing there.
What is like, I'm always curious because I'll bring you to like these. I mean, like Chris Lake was a good example. It's a way heavier house show,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And I mean, you obviously you like all types of music, Clayton. But what is your like feeling or the vibes you catch when you go to these like heavier house shows? Are you like, I can see why people fucking love these? Or are you like, oh, this one's kind of out there, or like this is interesting, you know? What do you like? What kind of vibes do you catch at these shows?
I love them live. Live, I like them way better than the recordings, and I think it's just because, first off, I like being around people. But when you're around a community that enjoys it and like it's like that's like their thing, it's almost like you become ingrained with that community.
Yeah.
It's like when we were at Chris Lake. I mean, we're just around lakeheads, like people that just love that guy, right?
Lakeheads?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's what they're called, but we were around
The
said
lake
people.
streamers.
Yeah, exactly. So we were just around. I mean, we were around a lot of those people, and it was just like, damn, like. First off, he was ripping, right? And like just when you're at the show, like the speakers and just like the heaviness, and it's dark and like
Lights.
yeah, you're just in like you're just in like a different reality almost. And I just love that aspect.
Yeah.
But like when you're listening to it in your headphones, it's just different, right? Because you're just, for me, it's just not as, I still like it, don't get me wrong. It's just not as palatable. It's just harder sometimes to find situations in the day where I'm like, this is what I want to hear right now. There are
Mhm.
times. I think a lot of times it's great when I'm trying to hype myself up.
Yeah.
Working out, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
Have you started listening to Max? Is on the big. I mean, Max, our friend Max loves dubstep.
yeah, big time.
He's on the train of
That's the
lifting with subtronics and rhythm playing. Do you ever do that?
God, no. That's a little too. That's the perfect example of I will never listen to it, but when I go to the show, I usually have a good time. That one's just a little bit more like, it's funny when we've had this conversation. It feels like today electronic music and like the DJ scene is just literally modern jam bands. There's like it just feels like
Yeah, that's a great metaphor that you were saying earlier.
like there's a lot of improvisation and the people that go to the shows I feel like are very similar.
yeah, like the crowd, like they
Yeah.
follow DJs around.
Exactly. Like it's just very similar and just the kind of their vibes of the people on stage. I think dubstep is like the new heavy metal.
That's
like,
a god, dude.
it's just like you have like really I want to frame this nicely. You have like outcasts almost, like people that don't feel like they fit in with societal norms as much go
Mhm.
to these shows. And
Mhm.
there's a lot of people that do, but I think there's a lot of them. And they just headbang for 3 hours. And
Yeah,
it's,
dude.
it's just crazy. And I love it. I love being there, but it's just like, wow. Like you got to really mentally prepare to go to something like that. But it's a
Yeah.
cool experience for
Yeah.
sure.
I was thinking about that too. Like I went to Subtronics a month ago or whenever that was.
How was the show?
Dude, I mean, it was great. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Sure.
I was definitely like loving it for the first 45 minutes, and then at some point I'm like, I don't know how much longer. I can
Yeah.
do
A
this.
little overwhelmed at this point.
It was cool how into it the crowd is.
Right.
That I mean, especially in Denver, dude.
Yeah.
They fucking live for that shit.
That's the other thing. Like we live in like a super dubstep, just electronic music in general, but dubstep especially. It's like this is like the capital of the world for it.
Yeah,
It's kind of
people-
crazy.
People are like, it's the bass capital. But I was thinking about it while I was at the show. I was like, I've been doing the fucking same dance move here for 2 hours. You know,
and your neck's gonna be killing the next
Yeah.
day.
Oh, like I mean, there is no other way to dance to that music
Right.
other than, you know, I think he's unbelievably talented. He's an amazing, like his actual like mixing is fucking nuts.
Mm-hmm.
But, I will say that he will like switch so fast from like lead up to drop, lead up to drop. Whereas like I love the the tension. I love the like the joy of like listening to a long played out mix. Chris Lake is like famous for like his long like super long mixes. Or I guess just like every DJ will play that like I listen to
Sure.
has longer mixes. But I felt like with Subtronics, it was like I didn't even have 5 seconds to listen to this like cool song I want that you started playing. Like an example of that was
You didn't let it breathe.
yeah,
Is basically what you're saying.
I get excited for a song that he'd started playing. 2 seconds later, it's like fucking jumping into the heaviest rhythm you've ever heard in your life. A good example of it was he like I don't remember how he mixed into it, but he starts playing "Chamber of Reflection" by Mac DeMarco.
Great song.
Dude, I fucking love that song. Dude, like the keys in it come
Beautiful.
in. I'm like, oh, like this is my shit.
Right.
Like, I fucking love this song. Like, all right, like let's listen to it. He plays it for like literally 8 bars. It's like doom 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 da da doom, and I'm like getting ready. I'm like about to, when Mac's voice comes in where he's like, spend some time. I'm like waiting for that. I like start to sing it, and then literally, the song goes, hold up, fuck that shit. It just like goes in the heaviest drop of all time. It's like, can I have like 5 seconds to chill here?
Enjoy myself a little bit.
Yeah.
Just rattled the brain quickly.
Yeah. No, and then Levity opened for them.
Yeah. Is Levity dubstep?
Yeah, Levity is like heavy dubstep, but they've got such a cool vibe, dude. They do like they do a remix of Come a Little Closer.
Cage Elephant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like super fucking good and cool. So they have like this vibe where they're taking a lot of like cool popular songs and like having like a funky remix to them. It reminds me of Grizz. You know how like Grizz has like it's a lot of his stuff's heavy, but I feel like it has like a
Sometimes he can do like Grizz sometimes makes like soul music. It's like got like a saxophone and like a old church lady like singing like the blues in the background, you know?
So cool. I like love his what's that called, like Chasing the Golden Hour or something? The name of those?
I don't know what you're talking about.
But it has like more of a flow to it. Whereas I felt like Subtronics was like just fucking heaviness, It was just like wop, 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 like
It's like a hammer.
Yeah.
Constantly beating you.
Which
can be nice, but sometimes yeah.
Yeah. Whereas like Levity was like it was like vibey, it was flowy. I could actually this is a good example. I could dance to that music. And then when it was Subtronics, I'm just headbanging for an hour and a half.
What would you consider Zed's Dead? Are they dubstep?
They have some like really heavy dubstep songs. Dude, have you listened to their new album that they dropped?
I've listened to a couple songs off it and they're amazing.
Dude, like there's not a lot of
heavy. You consider them dubstep, they're my favorite dubstep artist. But I do know like some of the stuff I do listen to, I'm like, this isn't that heavy.
They have like house songs though. Like Lost You is super housey.
Oh, for sure.
I think they're just like an EDM artist. I'd say that they're mostly like heavy though.
I agree.
Like their live shows are majority heavy.
But they're like for me, they're just like I think the thing you're saying is like maybe Subtronics isn't as palatable. Zed's Dead's like I could listen to that a lot. It's like easy, and I'm sure I'm not alone in that. Like they might be the most popular dubstep artist, but man, they're badass. They go so ham. They go so
fucking ham. Yeah, like their new album was like all over the place. It had some like drum and bass. It had this one song that was like sounded like OG Pretty Lights.
Okay, yeah,
I loved it.
I know you're a Pretty Lights guy.
Yeah,
big time.
I loved it. I thought it was like so cool and like flowy. And I saw like a meme about like dubstep fans when Zed's Dead's new album wasn't all dubstep and it was like SpongeBob or like Squidward getting all angry or something. I can't remember. But I don't know. It's interesting. I think that was a good point. Like they're flowy.
Yeah. What? And I guess to build off that, one more artist I want to ask you about. This completely, I feel like it's the other end of the spectrum of electronic music. But me and you are really good friends, so I know what you like and I know who you've listened to. What would you classify at Odessa in like that electronic scene? Like, was that like I feel like EDM isn't that like the whole broad?
Yeah, I don't even know. It's
like melodic.
I mean,
electronic music.
I think technically the last goodbye is called Stutter House.
Okay, interesting. I've never heard of that. Interesting.
But they're a great example of like using instruments and like organic sounds to have their own
Oh,
thing.
dude, they're beautiful. The stuff they make is beautiful.
Dude, their vocal samples like are fucking that bloom that's like hide away, hide away. Oh.
That just called Hideaway?
No, I think it's called
Is it? Okay.
I should know that, but yes, their vocal samples are so cool. I think like their music on its own is fucking unbelievable, but their live shows are what makes Odessa.
Right. Right. And I've still not seen them live. I need to.
Dude, you haven't?
No. You guys all went in Boulder last year, and I where was I? I was gone. I was out of town. I was in another country.
Dude, that was probably the best live show I've ever seen.
I remember seeing your text. I was like, geez, if Chris is raving about it this much, it's got to be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean they did a bunch of songs that they never play live that are like super personal to me. So like I fucking loved it.
That's awesome.
I like to say, oh, if you took an alien, I can ask you this question too.
Okay.
You take an alien and they're like, what's the greatest thing that the human race possibly has to offer? Like, what is the coolest experience I could possibly have, or like the coolest thing I could possibly see on planet Earth? Let's say they have the death ray pointed at they got the death ray pointed at the Earth. They're like, show me the coolest, entertain me for an hour, show me the coolest possible thing. I think I'm taking them to an Odessa show.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think you could be anyone from anywhere, anything. Like, you could not even like music as a whole.
Yeah.
And I think if you took them to an Odessa show, they would be like, that just knocked my socks off. Like that was.
Well, yeah, that shows how much you love him. I feel like I have to see him at this point.
Yeah.
Like, I think I would probably pick the Sphere, which I haven't been to, but the way the Sphere looks is amazing. If we're going like non-music related, there's tons of answers, but like,
What would like non-music related?
oh, dude, I love diving. I love scuba diving. I just think like being under the water and like seeing how like there's like literally a different world under there would be super cool. A lot of these, there's like things that I know are cool that I've never done that I was like, I would love to just do this, you know, like I want to skydive. I feel like skydiving would be flipping awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Chuck an alien out of the
Yeah.
plane.
3, 2, 1.
It's like, that was terrible.
Yeah. I don't know, honestly, but I think you're onto something with like a concert. Like it really is just like a beautiful experience. I love sporting events too. So I think a sporting event would be awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's high praise saying that's where you would take them.
Yeah,
at Odessa concert.
I like Rufus's music. I think Rufus is probably my favorite artist. I like Rufus's music more, but I think Odessa's live show.
Okay.
And that's an example where that is a pre-recorded set. Like everything is planned in that set, but they're playing the instruments live overlaid like a beat, which is so fucking cool. Like they'll be like recreating parts of the song live. Like,
That's awesome.
They're
playing instruments and stuff. I hear too. Yeah.
They have a full drum line. They have like a full brass section. What I think it's, but they'll have like a MIDI pad up there, and they'll be like playing pieces of the song like live over the top of it. Which is really... What is your favorite show that you've seen?
Electronic or any show?
Any show?
I saw the Foles in Vegas, which was one of the best shows I've been to.
Yeah, you took me to Fools in Denver. It was awesome.
It was great. It wasn't as good as the Vegas show, but it was a good show for sure. Some of the best shows I've been to. I saw Flume when I was, I think, a sophomore in high school. That was a really, really good show.
Yeah, that was right after Skin had dropped, right?
Yep. That was flipping awesome. I mean, it was unreal. I saw Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang was really good.
Damn, you saw Wu-Tang, dude?
Yeah.
Step to the Woo?
I saw them at Red Rocks. And they were playing, I don't know, I actually haven't seen it, like the Wu-Tang movie, like that they're like like that the band's based off. They were playing that at Red Rocks. It was like Movie on the Rocks and Wu-Tang was playing, which was pretty cool.
Was it like Kung Fu movie?
Yeah, it's a Kung Fu movie. Yeah. It was badass. And honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I always forget about this one, but top 3, and it might be number 1, was Rage.
Dude, that's freaking...
Rage was so awesome.
Were they like moshing and stuff?
Oh my God. And it was like, we were in Chicago for it. And it was at the United Center. And like, usually at like those big arenas, like there's not as much of that stuff going on. I feel like people are more just standing more than dancing.
Yeah.
Which is why seeing it at arenas kind of sucks. But I mean, dude, we were up on like the side, like next to the stage. And like, we were looking down at like the pit. And they were just like shoving each other. And I went with my whole family. And my stepdad's like moshing with me. Yeah, it was flipping awesome. So they said it was their last tour. I bet they're going to come around again. It also got canceled early. I don't know if it was COVID. I feel like it was after COVID. It got canceled early, so I think they're going to maybe come around one more time. And if they do, would highly recommend.
You said they only did border states?
Only border states, yeah.
It's like they're raging.
They're just like the most political band ever. So,
yeah, it's on par.
Yeah. I mean, the next show, I think my parents are actually going to go see him in North Dakota.
North Dakota?
Yeah, they're playing in North Dakota. It's so weird. But yeah, they were flipping awesome. And like their whole thing. So my stepdad he also saw him at Red Rocks in like 98, 97.
Dude, that had to be unbelievable.
He said it was the sickest show of all time. Like he said it was fucking awesome.
My dad saw God, I can't remember the third artist. I think it was like the Doobie Brothers, the Eagles, and the Rolling Stones at Red Rocks.
At the same time?
I can't remember if it was the Eagles or another band, but I know it was like Doobie Brothers.
Like, on the same show?
On the same show.
No way.
Yeah.
What were they, like, opening for each other?
Yeah.
No way.
I think the Stones were probably the
headliner.
Right?
Yeah.
But, yeah. That was like, both my sisters saw, this was maybe like 2013. Both my sisters saw Big Wild and Rufus opening for Odessa, all in the same show.
Was that like 2012?
Yeah.
A while ago, right? Yeah.
But like that, those three.
It's like seeing goats. It's like seeing goats right before they're about to blow up.
Big Wild. Have you listened to any of Big Wild's new music? Did he kind of fall off?
His new music? Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he's fallen off. I haven't listened to it though. The one album that with the sand dune, what's that called? Like Super Wild or?
Yeah, Super Dream.
Super Dream. That one's flipping awesome.
Dude, every song on that is really good.
And that one's like super, like we were talking about Grizz, how soulful sometimes he makes music. Like that is a soulful ass album.
Big Wild is so freaking talented too, dude. He was like playing every single instrument and singing up there when I saw him. Like so cool.
Also, a lot of those vocals are like sound like chick vocals. Like that's him. Like he has like the highest register of all time. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You saw you're talking about the Stones. You saw the Stones. You've seen a couple times actually, haven't you?
Yeah, I've seen them twice. I saw them both at Mile High here.
Yeah.
First time I saw them both times I've seen them were awesome. Mick is still like, I don't know if they're pumping him
young
full.
at heart.
I don't know what they're pumping him full backstage, but like, he was getting after it. Dude.
Yeah.
He's still fucking, is it a Dewey care?
No, yeah.
Fuck
no, I don't give a shit.
Hell yeah. But he was still 100%. Keith Richards looks like a damn alien up there, dude. Like, I mean, he's always been like a weird looking guy, but I mean, he looks like a freaking, I don't even know.
He looks insane. One of my favorite Onion articles of all time is Keith Richards' housekeeper has woken up every day for the last 20 years expecting to find a dead body. And like, I think that article came out like 10 or 15 years ago and he's still kicking it. It's crazy.
I don't know. I remember when we were going to the Rolling Stones show, they like got on the radio and they were like 3,000 bottles of Jack, 75,000 cigarettes. And they were like, this has led Keith Richards to this. I was like, let's fucking
That's kind of
go.
hype.
Dude, the first time I saw him was great. It was right before Charlie Watts died, their drummer. And it was a great show, but they didn't play Wild Horses, which is like,
because they have so many songs.
I know, dude.
Like they can't play all of them and they have new albums too, so they're gonna play some off the new album, which is immediately gonna take some. So
I found like Dead Flowers from the time that they played though.
You showed me that song.
Yeah, which is off Exile on Main Street, right?
No, it's off of Sticky Fingers, I think.
One with like his ass, like the jeans.
Like it's like a boner.
Boner?
It's like a skin tight jeans. You can like see.
I'm
boner
pretty sure
through
it's his ass cheek, dude.
Is it? No.
Don't quote me on that. I don't know.
Fair enough.
I hope it's not his boner.
I'm pretty
dude, it is not.
I think it's the weirdest, dude. Look at it right now. I'm telling you, it's called.
I can't, but
I forgot. I think it's literally called. I think it's the weirdest album ever because literally it's skin tight jeans.
Dude, no, it's
see his
not,
boner
bro.
in his pants, and it's called Sticky Fingers.
Okay, I will buy you a beer. We're betting a beer on this for tonight. Okay,
I got it.
Shaking hands because I'm pretty sure it's just like his legs spread out with like his ass cheek.
I think like maybe the deluxe version. I don't know.
Dude, that is bizarre. I got the Some Girls or Pretty Girls, All the Pretty Girls or something.
Some Girls, yeah.
Album on vinyl because I've been collecting vinyls lately.
Yeah.
It's like all these like weird pictures of like girls' hair.
It's like them, right?
It's them
superimposed.
It's so cool, and you slide the vinyl open, and like, I think I showed this to you last weekend, but like the inside is all their faces, and like then the outside is like girls' hair and stuff.
Right.
It's super cool. But yeah, they didn't play Beast of Burden either. Which Beast of Burden is
one of my top 5 Stone songs.
dude. It's one of my top 5 freaking songs.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Um,
Do you ever feel bad for him though? Like, dude, you were in your 70s and 8, and like young artists talk about how shitty touring is.
that's what I'm like curious about too. I think they only had like 10 cities on the last one, but like,
It's gotta be ass when you're that old.
dude, and like, what I mean, like, are you doing it for money?
They're doing it for chicks.
Do you think they're still banging, dude?
Dude, Mick is for sure. Mick's got to be the horniest motherfucker of all time.
You know, instead of a heroin pumping through their tour, now it's fucking Viagra.
Dude, yeah. You heard the stories about Mick. He's like a sex addict. Like his entire time.
I don't think I've heard this, dude.
Dude, yeah. So like the Stones were like, Keith was always the heroin addict and Mick was always the sex addict. And so it was like causing problems like in recordings. Like he would be out with chicks instead of coming like for recordings. So they're like, you got to go see a sex therapist.
Oh my
And so
god,
they sent
dude!
Mick to a sex therapist. And he's there for a couple weeks, and he ended up starting to date the sex therapist. And they
Oh
ended up
my
just starting
God.
banging. It's like, dude, that guy has a libido of a monster.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
it's ridiculous.
That reminds me of Blades of Glory when like he goes to the sex addict like thing,
Yeah.
and he's like starts telling a story, and he like starts getting that girl.
It's getting hot and heavy.
Chaz, I'm gonna have to ask you to stop, or I'm gonna have to kick you out again.
What does he? He does something about like there was a monkey in a bottle of lube or
Yeah,
some shit like that.
Flipped open the door. Dude, that's a great movie.
Oh, so good. Chaz Michaels is figure skating.
I guess you could say being a 13-year-old with a 35-year-old girlfriend is a problem. So funny.
Oh, it's awesome. Okay, we're gonna get back on track here. There's gonna be a total like a reverse here. I guess what do you think, or where do you see the electronic DJ scene heading next? Like, do you think there's a next evolution for it? Do you think there's a place that it's gonna head to after where it's at currently?
I mean, I think that like where it was 10 years ago, like it was, I mean, just like raves in general are like such like an underground idea. And it's like, that's part of the allure was like, you know, going to this like secret warehouse party or like this is going on. And it's like slowly becoming more and more mainstream. Like, it's like heading in a direction where, you know, it used to be like the underground cool thing to do. It's not. And I think it's really interesting to see that because now it's become like artists like I'll constantly see artists like, you know, Dom Dalla or John Summit or like Tiesto or these huge or Martin Garrix, these huge artists that are like the pinnacle of EDM as a whole. People are like starting to like shit on them and they'll be like, oh, John Summit's overrated, Dom Dalla's overrated. I think that is not true. I think it's like that's the thing with like house music and EDM is like it's so about being like niche and underground that when you become mainstream, like you're the enemy now.
Shit on it,
Which is so interesting.
that's what happens in punk music because punk is all about being anti-establishment. But then once like you make it and like you're like a Green Day, it's like you're part of the establishment now.
Yeah.
So it's like fuck you.
Like I'm sure the people who like our friends who are going to be listening to this or like people who are listening to it, if they're really into EDM music, they're going to be like, geez, these guys have talked about John Summit and Dom Dalla for like so much of this podcast.
Oh, they're probably the two
Yeah,
of the biggest names.
The two biggest names right now. And like they'll you know, like people who are like really into house music like want it to be super niche and like so it's interesting to see it become more mainstream. I will say that
mainstream is like I think that's even an understatement. I think it's one of the top 3 biggest genres in the world.
Yeah, I think what would you say like rap,
Hip hop. I'd still say like rock is such a general term, but like yeah, rock. You know what I mean? Like it's like that's probably the second biggest, and then third I would say is probably electronic music.
Yeah, it's crazy. So it's like it's becoming exactly what it wasn't, you know, 25 years ago. I think it'll continue to grow and like just get bigger. Like these shows are going to get bigger. Like the Sphere is going to start doing. You know,
Has anyone ever played like O2 or Wembley as an electronic artist?
I'm sure Martin, maybe Tiesto or.
I was about to say. I feel like
who's that one guy who like? I'd like to dedicate this next record.
Oh, what is his name?
David Guetta.
Yeah, Guetta.
I'm sure him or Tiesto has done something that big. I mean, and
you see some of their festivals they do; they're massive. So I was thinking about it, I was like, they play huge shows constantly.
Fatboy Slim did a a set in the 90s at Brighton Beach or somewhere in England, some beach in England. It was 400,000 people. Which, yeah, dude, I think like 5 people fucking died. Like that's how packed it was. But I mean, yeah, I think it's just going to keep getting bigger. I think it'll keep growing. And eventually, like, you know, you'll hear it on the radio all the time. Which I think is really cool. You know, I think that everyone should experience it. Like, I think house music is like music. I love the community. I love like little niche things about it. I love like festivals. I love like the idea of like being a part of this group and stuff. But like I was saying, it's becoming so mainstream that I think as it's gonna be like this thing where like an artist like Dom Dollar, John Summit, or Disco Lines comes along, and everyone fucking loves them. Everyone's like, this person's unbelievable. They start gaining popularity and growing, and then it'll hit a point where they're like the enemy now. You know,
Right.
like you were saying about like punk bands, when you become like not underground, you're not like a punk
You're
band.
not punk anymore.
Yeah.
So like, how can we support you? That's crazy to think about. Because, dude, I feel like electronic's been pretty big for a long time. Don't you think? Like, at least since we were in like middle school.
Yeah. Like the Black Eyed Peas were kind of house, like EDM-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
They're like the gateway drug.
yeah.
You know, like they're like, I don't know, like now a lot of like pop artists, like, dude, you hear like Ed Sheeran's newest album, and he like tries to incorporate house elements, right? It's like really like 4 on the floor, boom, boom, boom. But like they try to incorporate like a lot of these elements from house music. I think that's just what you see. Like, whatever people start to listening to, these pop artists, they're not going to completely switch their sound, but they're going to switch it in a direction towards what people are listening to.
Dude, so this fucking made me so upset. And I'm never trusting the Grammys ever again in my whole entire life because of this. So I think it was maybe 3 years ago now. Beyonce.
Oh, I already know what you're going to say.
Beyonce came up with that album that was apparently electronic dance music.
Yeah.
Just
Renaissance.
She's never been in that space.
Yeah.
One of her producers on the album was this lady named Honey Dijon, super talented DJ. So like
She produced the whole album, or didn't she just do one
I
song?
don't know, a couple songs, maybe one song. I have no idea. The album isn't bad. I think Beyonce's talented. I think she makes good music, but that year she was in the electronic dance music like group for best album. Guess who the 2 other artists?
I know one of them's Rufus.
One of them was Rufus.
I don't remember. Is Odessa?
One of them was Odessa.
There's another one?
Like Diplo was on it that year.
Okay.
Which like I don't love Diplo, all of Diplo's music, but I think he's still an EDM artist. And then I don't want to say this. Maybe it might have been the year that Fred again had just dropped his first album too.
Okay.
But anyway, all those people are EDM except for Beyonce. This was the year that she had one more. If she got another Grammy, she was going to break the record for most Grammys and like for a female artist. And she broke it on that one.
Yeah. We could talk about Beyonce for hours because I find some of the stuff ridiculous. Not some of the stuff you said. I think some of the stuff like in Hollywood and stuff that people find about Beyonce is ridiculous. Like I watched the most recent Grammys, and every single Grammy or every single award show without fail, people will say Beyonce should have won it. Even the people that won it. Like Adele one time won Best Album, and she was like, "I can't believe I beat Beyonce. Beyonce had a better album." And obviously, there's the Kanye Taylor Swift one. That one's the most famous one.
It's so fucking hilarious.
It's just I still can't believe he did that.
There were signs on there. The writing was on the wall.
Oh, the writing's been on the wall for Kanye.
Now apparently the writing is on Twitter and fucking posting porn on Twitter.
The last thing you need to do is give that guy more space to say crazy shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Just that kind of stuff's crazy. I do hear what you're saying. I think kind of going back to what you were talking about popularity. EDM isn't the highest medium of music yet, right? We said it's probably number 3.
I agree.
Beyonce is, if she's not the most popular artist in the world, she's in the top 3. And I think no matter, she won country album of the year this most recent year.
Really?
Yeah.
That album was kind of country.
With Cowboy Carter. It was,
You didn't think it was?
It was just like really watered down.
She sings about Texas in it. There's got to be country.
There's 30 songs on it. So first off, it's the longest album ever. And then I would say maybe 10, I think that's even being generous, are like legit country. But, you know, to each their own. I guess the point here is once Beyonce or someone of that caliber enters the chat, it's probably GG's for everybody else that's playing.
That's so frustrating, dude.
Well, the Grammy's a popularity contest anyway.
I know it's put on by the record label, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think what needs to change is you need to have these voted on by. You can't do it by everybody because everybody would pick Beyonce still. You need to have it like voted on by people that are like part of like an electronic collective.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
you could do like the press of EDM.
Right, it's something like that. And like they have to listen to the Beyonce album, and if they think it's better than the others, which they might, then they can pick the Beyonce album. That's totally fair. But to have like some, guy in a suit somewhere picking this album because he sees Beyonce on the title, and he probably has no clue who Rufus Du Sol is and has no clue who Diplo is. It's just, I don't know. It's just a little crazy.
Yeah.
And then what's next for you? Like, or what are your future plans for like what you're doing? Like, any stuff that you're doing in the future that you have planned?
Yeah, I don't think it's been announced yet. I've got a set at Larimer Lounge in Rhino coming up July 11th. I'm opening for someone.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't even know. I have a set at Beacon on Wednesday,
Okay,
June 18th.
Beacon in Denver.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's the day before Juneteenth, so we'll all have work off the next day if you guys want to come.
Heck yeah.
I'm trying to get in more production stuff. Sorry, I'm plugging all my upcoming shows.
Dude, I want you to plug it, yeah.
I got a set coming up at Larimer Lounge September 6th. That one's already locked in. It's with my group Baggage Claim.
Okay.
It's like a group of
That's a sick name.
5 of us. Yeah.
That's awesome.
There's 2 of us from Denver, me, and then this guy or he's from Cincinnati originally, but he lives in Denver. His name is Joe, but his DJ name is Type 1. He's more like tech house, I'd say. One of us or 2 of us are from Detroit. Preston, who is Bob's son. It's a great name. Love that DJ name.
Badass.
And then Jeff, who I've been back-to-backing with a lot. Preston goes all over the place, but he plays like, I don't know. I think he's got a knack for like disco house. I really like listening to him mix disco house. But he'll play like heavy techno. I mean, living in Detroit is kind of like known for its techno scene, so
Sure.
I feel like he's plays a lot of techno.
When you say group, are you talking like you all play at the same time?
Yeah,
Really?
We'll play like, or no, we won't play at this. We've done like B5Bs before, like back to backs with
Right.
5 people, and it's super fun. So, but like we'll just all play like on the same night.
Gotcha.
I think it's super fun to like have that and like have a group
Yeah.
to be with. One of us is from Kansas City, Emerson. His name is the DJ named Sal Gucci. I think he's probably the biggest out of all of us.
Okay.
He plays like he'll play like a lot of UKG, which I think is like it's a subgenre. It's like faster, like a little bit more what explain it.
Okay.
But that's Sammy Vergi. And he fucking rips, dude. But he's opening for like Chase and Status in a couple months, which is like Chase and Status is huge in that scene for like drum and bass and stuff. And he's just got like he can go all over the place. He's got a really cool style, which I think is something that I've been doing in my sets that I think is so much fun. Like we like jumping between genres like that. I think it keeps the crowd engaged, and like if you're someone who maybe doesn't like one type of music I'm playing, just stay 10 minutes and then I'll be somewhere else.
Yeah, right. There's something for everybody.
Yeah. I remember me and Jeff were opening for Propa, who's been absolutely blown up lately. And there was a girl playing after us, Olive. She killed it. She emails us before the show. I'd never had someone do this to me, but like, I mean, I get why she did it, but she emails us before the show. She goes, "Hey, can you guys leave it at 127 beats per minute in E minor?" I was like, I mean, some DJs like look at like their key they'll be in. I was like, dude, I think you can
Right.
jump between them, but like a lot of people mix some keys. I'm like, dude, I don't know where, like we talked about, I don't play any of my sets. I don't know where the hell I'm at.
Right, yeah.
She comes up 10 minutes, 15 minutes before we're done. Me and Jeff are at like 145 beats per minute, like playing like super fast, like
An F sharp.
yeah, like an F sharp, like for some random fucking key, playing like super fast. She walks up, she goes, I don't know, what are you guys doing? Like I was like, chill out, we'll slow it back down, like take it easy.
That's so funny. I didn't know that people mixed with the keys also.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
A lot of people like that will die on that hill is like you should always like go to your keys. The way it looks on the CDJ is, I don't know, you would know the like actual music theory of it. Like don't like some keys like go together.
Technically, yeah, they're supposed to.
Supposed to.
There's like a little diagram like of the fifths, and you can like the ones that are next to each other should be.
Yeah, I've seen it before. I can't remember any of them. But it's so nice on the CDJ. You can set it up so it'll show you the key, and then it'll highlight the ones in green that are in the same.
No way. That's
Cute.
badass.
There's so many like crazy things you can do with those instruments, and like
Power of technology. It's growing so
in
fast.
a million different ways. Yeah, I mean, it's super cool. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's cool. I think like you view those things as like instruments.
Oh, for sure.
Like tools.
Okay, before we wrap up here, I want to do one more thing, and I want to do this. Obviously, I just want to do this thing where it's kind of quick fire, rapid fire, and I just ask you random questions. They're quick, one answer, you just kind of give them to me.
Okay.
Okay. So, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite song right now?
Oh,
it can be anything. It doesn't have to be electronic.
I know, dude. It's just a hard question.
We can come back to it. If you want.
Okay. This song dropped today.
Okay.
It's called Appetite. It's by Chris Lorenzo, but it's like this. It's like a huge tension. Oh, you said these are rapid fire?
I mean, yeah, technically.
Okay, it's just like it's a fucking banger.
Okay, fair enough. Check it out. I'll check it out.
Dom Dollar played it and it fucking
rips,
lit the place up. Dude.
Okay.
I had a huge pop on it.
Best live show you've ever seen?
I mean, we spoke on this, but Odessa at Folsom in 2024.
Okay. Who's an artist people aren't talking about enough right now?
I'm absolutely obsessed with this DJ and have been for a really long time, called Fulmore, who's super disco, like funky house.
Okay.
I've been obsessed with him for a super long time. Fulmore.
Okay.
He's a French DJ. Also Kedema. Shout out Kedema.
Okay.
Shout out Kedema.
If you could collab with any artist, dead or alive, who would it be?
Oh. Dead or alive. Probably Jimmy Page.
Nice. I like that answer.
Jimmy Page is a fucking dog, dude.
And then first album you ever bought?
First album, like vinyl or just?
Yeah. Or yeah, this is kind of tricky because like we live in the generation of you don't like really buy albums. I guess it could be the first one you ever listened to and loved too. Like you would buy it if it was available.
I remember paying $129 on, remember when like iTunes was like $129?
Oh yeah.
For like every song.
Yeah.
I remember paying for Hot Like Sauce by Pretty Lights.
Okay.
And going in my room and putting on my iPad and being like, walking around the streets and I'm certified.
Oh God, I love it. Well, you already told us about the shows. Larimer Lounge. What's the day again?
I'll announce it on Instagram. But
Okay.
Beacon, June 18th is my next one coming up, which I'm excited for. It's a Wednesday night, but come out. It'll be a fun show.
Okay. And then where should people find you? Like as far as socials and stuff online?
Chrispy_303 is my personal account. Baggage Claim Collective is our group account. And I kind of push both those. I'm like obviously an individual, but I'm more like I like to push this as a group. I think it's fun.
Yeah. Fair enough, man. Well, I appreciate the time today, Chris. And
dude, I had a blast.
Let's do it again soon for sure. This was flipping awesome, man.
Of course. Thank you for having me, Clayton. Thank you, audience, for listening. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir, brother. You have a good one.
You too.